The world's two most powerful military forces stand on opposite sides of a geopolitical divide, NATO and the Russian Federation. With the ongoing conflict in Ukraine and increasing global tensions, the question remains, how does NATO's combined military power compare to Russia's? In this video, we'll break down the strength of both forces, covering their infantry, air force, navy, and weapons technology. We'll also briefly discuss nuclear capabilities, but primarily focus on standing armies and conventional forces. So let's dive into the numbers and see who holds the upper hand in modern warfare. Troop strength and ground forces. NATO. NATO is an alliance of 32 countries, including military powerhouses like the United States, United Kingdom, France, Germany, and Turkey. The total number of active personnel across NATO stands at around 3.2 million, with another 3.5 million in reserve forces. NATO also benefits from a massive industrial base, ensuring that its armies are well equipped and supplied with cutting-edge technology. Russia. Russia has an estimated 1.1 million active soldiers, with around 2 million in reserve. While Russia's forces are experienced, particularly due to recent conflicts like Ukraine, their ability to sustain prolonged warfare against NATO is questionable due to logistical challenges and economic sanctions. Russia's ground vehicle fleet is substantial, but many of its tanks and armored vehicles are aging Soviet-era models, whereas NATO countries constantly modernize their forces, tanks, and armored vehicles. NATO possesses over 14,000 modern tanks, including the N1 Abrams, USA, Leopard 2, Germany, and Challenger 2, UK. NATO also operates tens of thousands of armored personnel carriers, APCs, infantry fighting vehicles, IFVs, such as the Bradley fighting vehicle and the Boxer IFV. Russia has around 12,500 tanks, including the T-90, T-80, and older T-72 models. While some Russian tanks are advanced, many have suffered heavy losses in Ukraine, exposing vulnerabilities to Western anti-tank weapons like the Javelin and NLAW, artillery and missile systems. NATO has a massive arsenal of self-propelled artillery, HIMARS rocket systems, and long-range cruise missiles. NATO also maintains advanced air defense systems like the Patriot missile system. Russia still heavily relies on long-range artillery, such as the BM-30 Smerch rocket system and Iskander missile system. While its artillery is powerful, Russia lacks the precision-guided weapons NATO has in abundance. NATO's combined infantry and ground forces outnumber and outmatch Russia's in both size and technology. NATO air forces combined have over 20,000 aircraft, including fighters, bombers, transport planes, and drones. The most advanced NATO aircraft include F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning II, USA, Eurofighter Typhoon, UK, Germany, Italy, Spain, Dassault Rafale, France, F/A-18 Super Hornet, USA. NATO also has large aerial refueling and transport fleets, ensuring long-range strike capability. Russia operates around 3,800 aircraft, including Su-57 stealth fighter, limited in numbers, Su-35 and Su-30 multi-role fighters, Mi-31 interceptors. Russia has advanced air defense systems like the S-400, but it lacks the stealth and networked warfare capabilities of NATO air forces. NATO's air superiority is overwhelming, thanks to better aircraft, refueling capability, and advanced weapon systems. NATO's Navy has over 2,000 warships, including 17 aircraft carriers. USA alone operates 11 nuclear-powered carriers, more than 200 destroyers and cruisers, hundreds of submarines and frigates. The U.S. Navy alone is larger than Russia's entire fleet. Russia has around 600 naval vessels, including 1 aircraft carrier, Admiral Kuznetsov, frequently in repair, 70 submarines, some nuclear-powered, modern frigates and corvettes, a few blue water warships. Russia relies heavily on coastal defense rather than global power projection. NATO's naval forces completely outmatch Russia, especially with carrier strike groups and nuclear submarines. NATO, USA, UK, France. around 6,000 nuclear warheads with advanced ICBMs, SLBMs, and bombers. U.S. nuclear triad ensures global strike capability. Russia, around 6,500 nuclear warheads with ICBMs like the Satan II and nuclear subs. Heavily relies on nuclear deterrence as its conventional forces struggle against NATO's combined might. Mutually assured destruction, MAD, makes nuclear conflict unlikely, but both sides maintain large arsenals. So how does NATO compare to Russia? Infantry and ground forces. NATO wins in numbers and advanced technology. Air Force. NATO dominates with stealth and networked warfare. Naval power. NATO overwhelmingly superior, especially with aircraft carriers. Nuclear weapons. Both are equal in destructive power, leading to deterrence. NATO's combined military strength is far superior to Russia's in almost every category, except nuclear parity. While Russia remains a formidable force, it struggles with logistics, outdated equipment, and economic challenges. If war ever broke out, NATO's superior coordination, advanced technology, and global reach would likely give it the edge. What do you think? Could Russia ever challenge NATO in a conventional war? Let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe for more military comparisons.